I have talked about this so many times. This is so weird and I don't know if this is gonna make any sense. 1,000 out of 10. I know I describe fragrances so interestingly. I just like run it all over myself. Fruity and sweet. It is very pretty. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm doing this long overdue, not by anyone. No one requested this, but I've been doing this every year for the last couple of years when I talk about my favorite fragrances. We're a little crooked here. Here we go. Where I talk about my favorite fragrances for the specific season, and I already missed spring, so I figured I would just go right into my summer favorites. Before I get started with showing you guys the fragrances, I have over time been narrowing my collection, and my collection has gotten smaller and smaller, which I know is kind of like the opposite that you see when you have these types of videos come up. It's usually people with extensive collections, and I've always had a very big collection of perfumes, but I've noticed with time and also with just, I don't know, the way that my sense of smell has changed so drastically after I had COVID. I'm just noticing more and more that I am leaning more towards specific fragrances, and I don't know, it's very different from what I'm used to, because I normally have like 20, 30 perfumes at a time, and my collection is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller, but I'm kind of liking that. I think it's kind of tied with the fact that I'm just refining my personal style a lot, and I think that fragrance is also kind of tied into that category. So I have 6 fragrances to talk about, and these are fragrances that I specifically like to wear a lot during the summertime. Some of these I will wear in the winter as well, but in the summertime, these are the ones that I go for a lot. Oh, and also, before I get asked, this shirt is an old shirt from Zara. I can't link it or anything. I got it like 2 years ago, I believe. And then my necklaces, this one is Ana Luisa. If you can even see them, the little K is Ana Luisa, and this top one is from Catford. So I'm gonna talk about the one that is discontinued, because there's honestly no point in going on and on about it, but it is my #1 favorite scent to wear in the summertime, and it is Gucci EDP 2. Gucci 2, Gucci EDP, Gucci II EDP. It is this massive block of a fragrance, and this, I'll never forget my best friend owning this when we were like 19, and we lived together, and I would always grab it and spray it, and this is like a perfume that me and her are always like, oh my god, because it's discontinued. Gucci has a tendency of discontinuing fragrances all the time, and they're doing it to all of the really, really good fragrances. So this one I actually bought off of one of you guys, I think last year or the year before, because mine was about to be out. And if you're able to find this perfume at any point, I'm looking up the notes if you see me looking down. This perfume, the best way that I could describe this is fruity and sweet. It is very pretty, it's very feminine, very, very girly. This is not like a unisex perfume whatsoever. Some of my fragrances could go unisex, and some of them are unisex. This one specifically is like girly girl. Really pretty, really fresh, clean, fruity, and the notes of this are, it says the young and elegant heart unites violet, blackberry, and fresh jasmine. The base notes are heliotrope, musk, and cedar. This scent is, I can smell the blackberry so much. It smells like berries. Like, it's so, so pretty. I am actually really depressed that they discontinued this, because this, in my opinion, is one of Gucci's best perfumes, and I'm like savoring the little bit that I have, because it's just so good, and I know that I can't get it anymore. And if this were to ever come back in stock or ever come back out, I would purchase like 10 of them, because it's such a good scent. I've looked pretty much everywhere, and you can find them used, but that's about it. So my first shout out goes to Gucci 2, because it is amazing, even though you cannot get it anywhere. Next up is the Vanilla Woods by the 7 Virtues, and this fragrance, you can see I'm almost out of it. They're sustainably sourced. It's with organic vanilla from Madagascar, and these fragrances are really good for like different calming things. Like, that's what this brand is about. So this one is best for alleviating stress, calming, and soothing the overworked. And this is, again, a vanilla scent. I don't get wood, like the woodiness much. I get like juice. Like, it almost reminds me of like, this is so weird, and I don't know if this is gonna make any sense, but the taste of apple juice. Like, apple juice has a really, really, really distinct flavoring. This almost smells like vanilla juice in a way. So it's really, really pretty and fresh and juicy. Like, that's the only way that I know how to describe this. And I don't know if anyone else has ever described it that way, but it just smells juicy, like a juicy scent, although it's vanilla and woody. I don't know. And it says that the fragrance family is warm and spicy. The scent type is warm and sweet gourmand. The key notes are pear, rose, and vanilla. And it says vanilla woods is intoxicating with a dash of fresh pear. Maybe that's what it is. A big rose heart note, and the benefits of a long-lasting dried down of organic Madagascar vanilla and gourmand caramel infused with warm amber. That is spot on. I smell the caramel, definitely smell the vanilla, definitely smell the pear, and these are hypoallergenic. Just a really, really good and clean fragrance that you can find at Sephora. I got this right before I got married, I believe, when we were still engaged, because I was looking for a wedding perfume. This wasn't quite it, but it smelled so delicious, and you can see like I'm literally almost out of it. It just smells so yummy, and it's something that people will notice on you. Like, I've gotten stopped multiple times while wearing this perfume. It smells so, so delicious. And yeah, definitely one that I like a lot when it's hot, like almost like when the humidity is warming up on your skin or warming your skin up. That's when I feel like this just like, it's one of those fragrances that smells good with your sweat, or like if you're hot. Not that many fragrances I feel that way about, but this is definitely one where I feel like if you're sweating and if you're hot, this is going to mix with your sweat and it's gonna smell even better. It just smells so freaking good. Now, for a nighttime scent, I have the Valentino Donna Born in Roma, I believe is the full name of it. This is what it looks like here, and you can see this is another one that has been pretty run through. I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago, I think like 3 Christmases ago, and this just smells so good in the summertime. It's like a good evening, like if I'm going out to dinner, if we're going out, me and Tyler, if I'm going out for a date night, a girls' night, this is like a really, really good, sexy but summery, fresh fragrance. This one you can get at Sephora and Ulta, I believe. I'll link both of them, linked down below for you guys. It is in the floral fragrance family. The scent type is warm floral. The key notes are blackcurrant, jasmine, grandiflorum, and bourbon vanilla. It says this is a warm floral fragrance inspired by Roman street style and edgy haute couture. A trio of jasmine flowers and sparkling blackcurrant fused with warm vanilla and rich woods create a scent that captures the essence of modern femininity. And I definitely smell all of those notes in here. I smell the vanilla, bourbon especially. That's weird. It kind of does smell like a bourbon drink, but with florals in it. I smell the blackcurrant for sure, and it just smells so good. And this is another one that people always stop me and ask me what I'm wearing. Whenever I hug someone, if I'm wearing this, it's always a question of what I'm wearing. It's a really, really yummy scent. It's strong, it lasts. Like, this will linger on your skin for days. Like, it's in your hair, it's in all of that, and it just smells so good. Sweet, floral, vanilla, warm, and very sexy. Like, really, really good for summer nights, like I said. I feel like this is a good signature scent. My best friend wears it and it smells insane on her. Every time she wears it, I'm just like, oh my God, you smell so good. So it's a really, really good one if you like that really strong scent, kind of like Carolina Herrera Good Girl, like the little heel. This is really similar in that same family. I think if you like that one, you would really, really like this one. Now we're gonna, I know you guys are probably done and sick of hearing me talk about this, but I just got a fresh one. So I'm gonna talk about it. And this is the Vanilla Musk Fragrance Oil from Nemat. I have talked about this so many times and I will not stop talking about it. I will not stop repurchasing it. This is like probably my most purchased fragrance that I own. It is unreal. This is a oil, so this is not a perfume. It is a rollerball, but the scent, you guys, is, first off, it's strong. It's a very strong scent. Like, it's not something that you put on and you feel like you can't smell it. You will smell this. It is a nutty, true vanilla. It doesn't smell synthetic. It doesn't smell like chemicals. It smells like real, true vanilla. Like you took vanilla extract and put it on your body. It smells like baked goods, but not in that cheesy Victoria's Secret or Bath & Body Works type of smell. I truly don't know how else to put it, but it just smells mature and sexy, but warm and yummy like vanilla. I layer this with pretty much everything. I wear it on its own. It's something that you can smell. Whenever I put it on my neck, I will take it with my hands and I just like run it all over myself. I'll put it in my hair. I put it everywhere. I love wearing this like right before I'm gonna go to bed. This is something that I put on every single day, which is I think why I've repurchased so many. I think this is my 4th one. And you can get this at Ulta in the checkout section or on Amazon, which is where I always get it. I ordered it on Amazon and it comes the next day. It is $20 and I promise you this is the best vanilla scent on earth. Like, it smells so incredible. They came out with the spray version and I really, really want to try that. But this is just good. And it is alcohol-free, cruelty-free, vegan, paraben, and phthalate-free. And it's just amazing. I can't say enough good things about it. This is, like I said, something that I will repurchase over and over and over again. I always wanted it in my collection. I think if I could smell like one thing forever, it's a toss-up between this and another one, but this is like, if I could smell like this for the rest of my life, I want a candle of this. It just smells so delicious. 1,000 out of 10, recommend. Next up is my wedding perfume. And I specifically love this because I got married in May. So every time I smell it, it just reminds me of summertime, about to be summertime in Europe. And it is just so good. Like, this is Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. And this is the fragrance that everybody was going crazy about because they said that Rihanna smells like this. And if she does, she smells like a Barbie doll. Like, my best friend had first worn this and I told her it smelled like Barbie. Like, and that is the best way to describe it. A floral, it is a warm floral scent type. The keynotes are orange blossom, vanilla absolute, and luscious marshmallow. It says this fragrance implores you at the opening with tender orange blossom absolute. Juicy honeysuckle and plush rose are softly caressed by the sweetness of luscious marshmallow sugar accord, satisfying the craving pang of new love. A warm amber base lends a touch of sensuality. And I smell the marshmallow 1,000 times, the vanilla absolute, the orange right at the beginning. And when it settles on your skin, it just smells like sweet, yummy candy. Like, the number one thing that I could describe this as if I could, and I know I describe fragrances so interestingly, but the stick that comes in the Fun Dip candy. If you're a 90s, like a kid, 90s kid, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The stick that you use to dip into the sugars, just the stick alone, that's the taste of that is kind of what this smells like. And I know that is such a weird comparison, but this smells like sweet Barbie candy. Another one that I get compliments on all the time. My sister ended up buying it because she loved it so much, and it's just a 10 out of 10. This is something that I would definitely repurchase. I love wearing this whenever me and Tyler go on date nights, anniversary, all of that, because the smell of it just reminds me of when we got married. I also wore this to the courthouse when we had our civil wedding. I am like halfway, I don't know if you're able to see, more than halfway through it. And this is like one of the newer fragrances in my collection, and I love it. I think this is such a good wedding perfume as well. I did not expect to like it as much as I did, but I absolutely freaking love it. And the bottle is beautiful, and I love that it's white and it's just so pretty. I love this so much, and even for the daytime in the summer, I think it's just so good. The last perfume that I want to talk about is the only unisex fragrance out of all of these, and I think it's discontinued as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that at Sephora they're not carrying it anymore, and this is the Vanille Insensé from Atelier. This is what it looks like right here, and I mean, you can tell there's a theme. I love vanillas, which is newer to me. I never liked vanillas, but COVID changed my sense of smell, so now I love it. And this specific scent is, I think it's a vanilla and lime cocktail. It is so good. This would smell delicious on a man. It's definitely more masculine and sexy. I like this a lot for nighttime. It is just the citrus of the lime, and I'm not a big citrus scent person. Like, I don't like lemon scents or anything like that, but the lime in this, it is just crazy how they captured the smell in this bottle. It truly does smell like they took vanilla and lime and put it in a drink. Like, it smells so good, and I think it has cognac in it as well. This is very like evening, sexy, wearing like dark clothes. Like, it's just so, so good. And the citrus of it really helps a lot for the summertime. Fresh and light and airy and just so freaking good with that touch of vanilla. It is amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there weren't a ton of fragrances, but these are realistically the fragrances that I'm going to nonstop during summertime. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.